Hey guys, Savage Model 170. It's rough. This stock's got some marks on, but nothing too serious. The guy doesn't want me to work on the stock. He just wants the metal work to be redone, and the metal work is as rough as can be. So it's got rust all over, especially on the one side. Just look at that. And it's deep. It's pitted deep. So I'm going to have to sand to get it out. I would have done the stock if it was mine, you know, just because the whole thing is going to be redone. But that's what he wants. Get the butt plate off. Shorter screw on the front, otherwise you'll run out on the toe. Longer screw on the heel. Very rusty. Flathead screw. When you get that screw out, be careful that you get your screwdriver into the slot. If you get your screwdriver on the side of the screw and you turn, it's not going to turn the screw. You're going to actually blow the side of the stock out. It's going to be a bad day. Let's see what it looks like if we pull the stock off. There you go. Stock's off, and it screws into that section, and that appears to be part of the trigger group. So that looks like steel, that looks like aluminum. Getting the trigger group out. Got a pin over there. Looks like the pin wants to move from right to left. There we go. There's the trigger group. I think the pump handle has to go out the front. Two short screws going into the collar on the barrel. Collar comes off. Block, sling swivel goes through there. A block on the wedges in on the barrel there. Magazine, that's plastic. Magazine tube, the cap. Magazine tube comes out from the front. Mag spring. Plunger. Okay, the rearward position, you can pull there's a lug on the bolt right there at the tip of that screwdriver. At the rearward position, you can pull the pump handle or the link out on that, and allows the pump handle to slide forward and off the gun. There's the mag follower. Now in theory, the bolt should slide out the back. There you go. There's the bolt with the spring on top of it. That's as far as we need to go. Might take that out so that it doesn't get affected by the sanding, and it holds the cartridge feeder in, or the cartridge stop in, on the magazine tube right over there. Another plastic spacer on the receiver. And I might take that one out too, although there's very little sanding to do on this side. And once I get to bluing, I'm going to have to put them back anyway, so that I can get a uniform finish on it. There's the series of the gun. Savage Model 70, Series B, caliber 30-30, Winchester arms. These were introduced in 1970, and they ran into the 1980s. Got the sanding done, all the pits out, well, most of them anyway. So you look carefully. You still got a little pit over there, a little bit over there, and there's one there, and then some minute ones on the edge there. There's a scar there, I don't know what caused that, and then there's another pit over there. On the barrel, most of them were on the top of there's some there on the Savage, and then most of them were kind of on the top, and there's still some little ones left over there, and I can't take them any more out, because if I do that I will lose the profile of the barrel and lose some flats. There's a big one left there, but that's not going to be of a bother because the mag tube runs there. And same on the side, so there's one there, and little ones over there, and then there's one up at the muzzle as well. That's as far as I'm going to take it, because I don't want to lose the you know, the profile of the barrel and create flats on it. This side I left intact, and the advantage of slow rust bluing is that you don't have to take the old blue off. You can just add on top of it. Getting that Savage back together after the reblue, getting the cartridge stop in, you got a little recessed area there where the nut fits in, and that's got to be you know, fit in properly so it's flush on the back and that it's got the collar, otherwise this will not rotate freely. And then it's just held in by that screw. Okay, got the cartridge lifter in. Now you got to do the bolt. The bolt comes in from the back. Oh, there's two halves to the bolt. It's got a little spring over there. And there's a camming surface over there. Get those two together. Slide it in from the back. Get it across the ejector. Pump handle. I had the pump handle off because I reblued this collar as well as the front nut collar. And that just slides in there. And then this just goes on there finger tight. Very fine thread on it. One more turn. There you go, lined up. Now to get a rubber glove on to get enough grip on that to get that to line up. This is the spacer for the mag tube. It goes in. This is the mag follower, and it's got to go in before I put the pump handle on, otherwise I won't get it in there. This goes in with the open surface up. There's a little notch over there, and that notch interacts with that notch on the magazine tube over there. Maybe you can see that. Okay, so put that in there. Get that through there. Get it to line up, put that in, get the pump handle on. You pull the pump handle slightly out of the rail to get the bolt past it. There you go, and then the pump handle clicks into that notch on the bolt over there. Okay, I'm going to try a different approach. I took the mag follower out. I can't get the mag tube to go in over the mag follower, so I'm going to try putting the mag tube in and then assembling it from the front. That seems to work. Okay, so I've got the mag tube, appears to be in the right spot. So the mag tube is lining up. Now there's those two notches, the one on the mag tube over there and the one on the barrel, and they need to line up. I can put the mag follower in, I can put the mag spring in, and then I've got to jiggle this in, maybe put it on its back. Okay, let's see if we can get that to go in now. Got the punch out. There we go. So the spring's captured. If I let go of the tube, it might push it out. Got this collar. And that collar goes in there. And the support goes onto the barrel. Okay, so those little gaps on that collar faces backwards. These screws that turn into that collar, or into the lug on the barrel rather. We've got the magazine plug, and it's got a little spring that sits in there, and it's got two sides. It's got a flat over there and a notch. The notch goes up because it slots into a notch on that lug, or into a little protrusion on that lug. Okay, so we gotta get that in, get it all the way, and then push down on it. Okay, mag tubes in, caps in, lugs in. Now we can do the trigger group. Trigger group's got it's got a screw and a pin. Pin goes in weird. It kind of wants to go in from the left hand side through to the right. Trigger group. You got to get the slide stop. This is the slide stop. You're gonna get it behind that spring and onto that post, and then into the gun. I'm going to put the screw in first, just because that's going to be easier. Now that's going to help locate the whole thing. Now for the pin. go. Got that in. Get the stock on. Got that screw cleaned up. Hooked it off and just cleaned it up. That into the stock. And get that onto the rifle. Get a big screwdriver in there. Got the screw tight. Butt plate. I blued up the screws on the butt plate, so it's got a shorter one on the toe and a longer one on the heel. There was mud between the butt plate and the stock, so this gun must have been dropped in a ravine or something, and that's probably where the rust started. That's it. That's all on. Now to get the sights back on. Dovetail on the back, screw in the front. Get a brass punch and drive it in. There you go, perfectly in the middle. Didn't blow up the sight, there was no rust on it, so I'll let it be. Also blued up the front sight while I was at it. There you go, guys, all done. So reblued the receiver and the barrel, and that's what it came out like. And now you can actually read the Savage and the 30-30 Winchester over there. Also did the front sight, and some of the fine little pits that was when it was in the white, you can't see those now. Also blued up all of this and that ring, and this was the side that was so badly rusted. And then over the top also there's a little bit of pitting left. Maybe see it there. Didn't do anything to the stock. He didn't want anything done to the stock, so I'll just let it be. Anyway, guys, I hope you found that interesting and that it helped somebody. Stay safe. We talk again. Cheers.